Where'd your name come from?
Playboi Juan, Playboi Juan. It was a name given to me when I was young. Young OG on my street. I used to hang with all the females, keep with all the females all day. So he was just like, Playboi, we gonna call you Playboi. And it kind of stuck, you know. I'm like the new hood Hefner, so it stuck with me.
Now, where are you from?
East Cleveland, Ohio. Not Cleveland, Ohio. It's a whole different city. A lot of people get it mistaken. It's East Cleveland, Ohio is where I'm from.
What's the difference between the two?
It's two different cities.
Like, how far is East Cleveland from Cleveland?
From Cleveland?
Yeah.
Well, you can get to everything from each side of Cleveland in like a 40-minute radius. So you can be somewhere in East Cleveland and get to Cleveland in either 2 minutes or either 30 minutes to get to the other side. So, but it's its own small city. A lot of people don't really know. They say they from the east side of Cleveland. That's not East Cleveland. It's a difference.
So let's talk about it. Give me a tour of the city of East Cleveland for someone that's never been aware of it, or
a tour of the city.
Yeah, let's start with the food. Favorite food spot in East Cleveland? Yep.
Angela Mia's Pizza. Gotta be Angela Mia's. They've been holding it down there for years.
What do you usually order?
Cheese pizza. I stopped eating pork a couple years ago, so I just rock with the cheese.
Why?
Why I stopped eating pork? A lot of different reasons. I mean, I just didn't like the effects I felt when I was eating it on my body. You know, a lot of, I don't really want to say, it's not religious reasons, but you know, pork, it's a dirty meat, man. It's a dirty meat.
Now let's continue on with the tour. What about the nightlife? Favorite strip club in East Cleveland?
East Cleveland doesn't have any strip clubs.
What about nightclubs? Favorite nightclub in East Cleveland?
Favorite nightclub? We have one nightclub in East Cleveland. Privé, one nightclub. Other than that, no nightclubs. I can't really say I have a favorite nightclub though. Like, my favorite nightclub is wherever Overdrive Movement at, so.
Now, we talked about the food, talked about the nightlife a little bit. Anything else someone visiting the first time East Cleveland should go check out or see or experience?
The first time in East Cleveland? I gotta explain this because a lot of people don't really know about East Cleveland. There's not a lot in East Cleveland. It's not a lot. It's a lot of abandoned buildings. You know, we trying to rise it up. We trying to bring it up. You know, we do. We donate to East Cleveland. We do charitable events. Gift Express, we do that every December. What, December? Christmas Day. We deliver gifts to everybody in East Cleveland. So it's not a lot of positive things going on, but there are if you actually apply yourself. Like, you know, you gotta really put on for it. So we trying to bring the city back up.
Now, what's your opinion of the state of rap music as a whole in Ohio, period, right now?
State of rap music in Ohio. I mean, I love it. Everybody putting on, do what they do, man. I actually just won Best Hip Hop Album for Ohio with my album Blue Collar Grind. So that's in stores now. Y'all need to get that, Blue Collar Grind.
What award show was that?
Ohio Music Awards, OMAs. So we took that home. Now, on to the next one, man. On to the next state.
Now let's take it back for a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
What type of student? Student was school. Now school was a little different for me. I'm not gonna say it was difficult because it was a little too easy for me. So I got to the point where it was like, I can come in here and I could pass any test, any quiz y'all give me. I actually was in honors classes, so I had them take me out of honors. because I didn't like the type of people I was around. You know, back then I was a knucklehead, wanted to be around the gangbangers and, you know, doing what we did. So it was like, man, I don't relate to these people in here. But I most definitely was ahead of time when it comes to school, you know.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
Jobs I had, a lot of jobs. First job, it was a supermarket named Tops. That was my first gig. After that, where'd I work after that? Cleveland Indians. I worked for the Cleveland Indians.
What'd you do there?
I did security. Did security and wrote rhymes all night, third shift. Then after that, it just started Overdrive movement. I was like, I'm trying to get on my own grind. So we here today with it.
Any crazy customer stories dealing with any of those jobs?
Crazy customers. Yeah. Stephanie Tubbs Jones. She used to come in all the time. What was she, senator? I think she was like a senator or something. Wow. But she used to come all the time and ask me to slice up sauce meat. I worked in the deli. And she had to have it a particular way. I couldn't stand it, man. I couldn't stand it. I would cut it up, she'd send it back. I cut it up. I didn't know at that point in time who she was. I found out afterwards, like, man, I can't stand this lady. And the next thing I know, I see her on the billboard. But she passed away, actually.
What's the worst thing you put your parents through?
The worst thing I put my parents through? My mother is my parents, but the worst thing I put my mom through was getting arrested for the first time, catching my first case. I think it was just a shock for her because she didn't actually know what I was doing in the streets. So when I actually got arrested, it was like, no, not my son, you know? So yeah, that had to be the worst.
What's your message to the youth?
Do you, man. Whatever you think you can do, just do it. Like, see it, believe it, achieve it. That's my message to the youth. You know, you can do whatever and be whatever you want to be, man. And that's real talk.
Let's talk music. What do you hate the most about the music industry?
Hate? I don't hate anything. Yeah, I don't hate anything, so I can't say I hate anything about the music industry.
No pet peeves? Nothing that bothers you?
No. Like, everybody got, look, get it how you live. Do you. At the end of the day, that's all you can do.
Top 3 things you need in the studio.
Top 3 things. Man, a microphone. A microphone. Like, put me in the room with a mic. That's all I need.
Crazy studio story, if you have one. Craziest studio story, if you have one.
Craziest studio story. Oh, we got a lot of those. Man. It would have to be the time I woke up. I didn't even wake up. We all went out, went to a club that night. We were probably about 20 deep. We all came back to the studio. Next thing you know, bodies everywhere. Like, you couldn't even get in the bathroom. Somebody passed out in the bathroom, Earl everywhere. You go in the photo room, people passed out in the photo room, air mattresses. Man, they were everywhere, man. It was just a crazy night, man. To see, you know, you waking up and you like, who are you and when did you get here, you know? It was that type of night. It was dope, though.
What's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole collection?
The realest song I ever wrote. I had to say legacy. I had to say legacy. I mean, everything is real. Everything I write is real, but the song that I feel the most would be legacy. You know, that's a song dedicated to my son, you know. And he's actually on the track. He was 2 years old with me in the studio, so.
What are your keys to success?
Faith. Never giving up, never quitting. One step, one foot in front of the other, you know, that's the key to success.
So what you got going on right now?
We got a lot going, a whole lot going on right now. Just released a single, Miley Cyrus. It's crazy. We got Shawnna on there. What up, Shawnna? Shot Town. That's doing numbers right now. Y'all need to get that, check that out. We just dropped a video for it. Of course, we got Ignorant Shid Dey Like. That's DJ Smallz on that. Southern Smoke, baby. That's doing numbers, man. Came down here to Atlanta, had to show some love, got it. I mean, we getting love from the DJs down here, the people down here. I'm loving Atlanta. I'm really loving Atlanta. Might be loving it a little bit too much. Y'all might see me moving down here in a little bit. But the deluxe edition, we dropping that. That's hitting iTunes pretty soon. Ignorant Shid Dey Like, deluxe edition. So that's gonna be added tracks. You already gonna have the tracks that's out now on the mixtape, but we coming with whole new fresh tracks. It's gonna be a dope album. It's already done, so I'm saying gonna be. It's done. It's a dope album. Overdrive Grind, Volume 1. That's the EP. I'm dropping that pretty soon. So we just working, man. We just grinding. Got a lot going on, for real. It's just like so much that it's hard to explain because we accomplish so much every day. Just even being here in Atlanta, you know. We down here shooting videos and doing interviews and music festivals. So it's a blessing to be able to do everything I dreamed of doing my whole life. Now you actually waking up like, am I really here? Am I really doing this? You know, because you work so much and you work so hard that you sometimes even forget to stop and look back like, oh man, I really came this far, you know? So, like I say, every day is a blessing, man. Shout out to DJ Smallz too, man. He did the damn fool. We can cuss on here? I don't even know if we can cuss on here, all right. But he did the damn fool on Ignorant Shid Dey Like, man. Get that, live mixtapes, my mixtape, it's everywhere, man. Get that, it's going nuts, man, for real.